What's up, you guys? Eric here with driverlineup.com, world's okayest steering wheel holder, as your host. In the cold and snowy Northeast, there's a lot of highway noise. This is the quietest place I could get. It's TA. We've been going through over in the Midwest. There's been last 2 nights, tons of parking, anywhere you want to park. We get up here in the Northeast, it's business as usual. No, I mean, this TA is slammed. And there's lots of snow still. So we are not far from our 90, and I am freaking exhausted. I actually may have my PTA moved tomorrow. Because I just tossed and turned all day long. I was in a sleeper for like 11 hours, and I did not. Just one of those days, man. One of those days where I just did not. Fortunately, I only have 150 miles to drive tonight, so it's not like it was a huge deal, but man, it sucks not getting good sleep. And this receiver over in Newark, New Jersey is notorious, as many of them in New Jersey are, notorious for nowhere to park, not letting you in the gate until a door is ready. The door's not ready when it's supposed to be, but you can't be late, so it's just a cluster F of a situation. Yeah. Anyway, I want to do a quick video tonight to once again smash the topic that I hit on last night, because per the usual, anytime I talk about rejecting loads, and some of you get it, you know where I'm coming from, and I apologize. This is probably not going to be the last video on the subject. It's definitely not going to be. But every time I make a video like the one I did last night, or was it last night? Yeah, it was last night, about rejecting loads, I get text messages. Yes, my phone number is in the description below this video. I invite drivers, those thinking of coming to Prime. If you're thinking of coming to Prime, find my videos useful, shoot me a text. Use my driver code. It's ODOMEJ. It's in the description below. I'm not ashamed to put it there. But I'll occasionally get the text message that's just, some driver trying to backhand me because his or her way is the only way, and my way can't possibly be okay, which I believe my way is the okayest way you can do things. But the important thing here is that it's the okayest way for me to do things, for my truck. And I want to clarify a couple things, because I said this at the very beginning of my YouTube journey, which is now like 113 days long. One of the things that aggravates me about YouTube is that it's so easy to take things out of context. Now, my videos are a little bit longer than some. I try to get them around 12, 15, sometimes a few minutes more. But still, that's not enough time. I mean, you're condensing a 24-hour period and a whole bunch of life journey into a very small period of time. Things can be taken out of context. That aggravates me. So I have to come back and make more videos, because I think, like I said, I think most of you get it. But there's some that there's a few. Rob, Dan, you know who you are. I'm not going to put your last names in here, but you know who you are. Sending me text messages telling me that I'm a horrible Prime driver and I'm not a team player no matter what I say. Let me clarify some things for you. I don't reject loads. Lyle actually did a video on this the other day too. I've never said I reject loads on money alone. In fact, in every single video, I say the opposite. In the video I did last night, I said I took $1 a mile, a crappy load out of PA. That was not only a crappy load, I picked up the reefer and it was out of fuel. I had to go get fuel. I had to prime the reefer at 18-degree temps. It's not about the money. It's about the way that Jenna and I run our truck, which is vastly different than the way other people drive their trucks, run their trucks. Like, for example, I know drivers who love to go California. Lease drivers love California. I don't know if this truck's coming around here. Love California, especially trainers. I don't know if they love, maybe love's not the right word, but they'll run California all the time. Jump on loads of California back and forth. And then there's drivers who hate New Jersey and will never take a load to New Jersey. So for me, I haven't been west of Denver for several months. I do not like California, and we'll go occasionally, but we try really hard not to. Now, I like going to New Jersey. And maybe I'm just fortunate. Maybe I've just, been able to get good loads out of New Jersey, but I usually get $2 a mile into New Jersey and $2 a mile out of New Jersey. I know that's not the case with everybody, and that's not the case every time. Sometimes I'll get, $1.40, $1.50 out of New Jersey. I don't mind New Jersey. I take loads to New Jersey. My point is, I'm taking a load to New Jersey that another lease driver rejects because he or she doesn't like to take loads to New Jersey. Whereas I reject the load to California that I don't like, and there's another lease driver who likes to run his or her truck to California. So it's not like, I'm not just going on load choice or working with dispatch to say, hey, I only want $2 a mile and I'm not taking nothing else. I run less. Now, I've been on a really lucky streak the last 2 weeks, and that hasn't been because of rejecting loads. I mean, we've just been proposed a lot of good paying loads the last couple weeks. We've run 2,000 miles the last week, and probably like 2,200 miles will finish up this week at nearly $5,000 in revenue. So very, very, very little variable cost. Cheap fuel in most places. I do have to hit some tolls, but I've been very fortunate. That's not because I'm rejecting a ton of loads. That's just because good loads have been coming to me, except for the situation yesterday. And it had to do with the fact that that load is not the way we can't run. Jen and I can't run 600 mile shifts back to back to back. We did it before. I did it my entire first year. We did it during her TNT. I did it during my TNT. We don't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Like, I don't, if you want to send me a text message and tell me I'm a wuss, whatever. Say what you say. Just whatever. It doesn't bother me. I'm not about that. There are drivers who are. Good for you. Do it. If that's what you want to do, do it. I got projects I'm working on. I'm building an e-commerce website. I'm doing all kinds of things on the side. I need sleep and I need time to do life, you know what I'm saying? So, and I try to set myself up. Like I'm hoping to be loaded out of New Jersey tomorrow evening, to be positioned down around Atlanta. There's a load that I get probably half the time I come to New Jersey. I get the same load out. Leaves at midnight, goes to Atlanta. I love it. Fast run. It's a hard run. It's 800 miles nonstop. You got no time on it, but it pays like $1,600, and then I can reload really nice out of Atlanta. My hope is to be able to pull that off so that I'm loaded during Christmas Eve and Christmas. See, I'm taking all those things into account. It's not just about blowing off the shitty loads and picking the best loads. It's making loads work for my truck. That doesn't... Sorry guys, my alarm went off. I'm supposed to be waking up right now. I'm already awake. But anyway, it doesn't make me any less of a team player for Prime. Like I said last night, my truck is profitable to me. My truck is profitable to Prime. My truck is profitable to my fleet manager. My truck is profitable to sales. We are a team player. If you are running a profitable truck, you are a team player, okay? It's just that simple. So, I really do not like and it is, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a corporate line. It is. It's a corporate line that, hey, you need to take this load. You need to be a team player. That is not a driver created line. That is a corporate created line. It's one of those, you know, it's just one of those, I just don't buy that. I don't subscribe to that line. I don't need to take any certain load to be a team player. I am a team player. If you reject a load tomorrow and you take the next load, both of those loads had to go. You're a team player and the other truck's a team player because you're making money for Prime and you're making money for yourself. Now, most Prime drivers get this. Most Prime drivers are on the same, sorry, I'm dancing. I'm like trying to wake myself up, tapping my feet and stuff. Most Prime drivers get this, vast majority. There's just a few, and like I said last night, when we ran the whole first year that I was at Prime, taking anything they would throw at us, all they threw at us were loads that were not ideal. And like I said last night, we run half the miles that we ran in our first year, and we make the same revenue. I'm telling you guys, when we were in TNT, we ran 5,000 miles a week. Now we run anywhere from 2,500 to 4,000. These last 2 weeks have been really low, but that's just the way the loads have worked. I mean, we've basically been running a solo truck as a team. But for the last 6 months, we don't run 5,000 mile weeks and we still hit the same revenue. We're still doing 25 to 35,000 a month in revenue. So, you know, look, there's a couple of you, Dan and Rob. I told you in text message I was going to make this video. I was going to throw your names out there. I'm not trying to get you in trouble or anything. I'm making this for you and for others who have the same perspective as you. This is, if you want to run the way that I ran my first year for the next 10 years, go for it. You have your opinion, I have mine. Mine is that the way I run my business, which I have an LLC, it is my business, is a little bit smarter. You know, especially since I'm about to buy a truck. We're literally about to place the order for our first truck. I'm sorry, if I can run half the miles on a new truck for the same amount of revenue, I'm gonna do it. So if you're coming to Prime and you're watching videos like this, look, I can tell you, it's good to run your first year the way I did. I became a professional driver. I became good at the Prime business. I became very knowledgeable about the freight lanes. I became really knowledgeable about a lot of it. I taught myself to run hard if I need to. So please don't think you're gonna come into Prime and just start throwing out every load. And I'm not suggesting that. And I'm actually not even recommending that for anybody. What I'm recommending is you run the way that's good for you and that's good for Prime. That's all I'm suggesting. I'm not telling anyone to run their truck the way I run my truck. I'm just saying this is the way I run my truck. I'm very transparent with this video, very honest with you guys, and I'm giving it to you exactly as it happens. So anyway, I'll probably beat this horse again in the future because, like I said, every time I mention it, someone loses their mind. Is like, oh, you're not a team player. You're horrible for Prime, and you're misrepresenting Prime, and you're an embarrassment. I mean, this is seriously the kind of text I get. My fleet manager's happy with me. Like I said, I'm profitable for my truck and I'm profitable for Prime. It's a good relationship. It ain't going anywhere. All sides are pleased with it. We are a part of a team. So anyway, I hope that clears things up. I gotta go get in the truck, try to drink some coffee and get over to Newark, New Jersey, figure out how terrible this situation is going to be. Christmas is coming up, you guys. Hope everyone is out on the roads being safe. Hope everyone is at home is being warm and enjoying family. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Be safe, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. I'll talk to you soon.